Welcome back to Big Trouble in Little Podcast, the movie ranking podcast. I'm Andy.
Chaz.
I'm Joe Dubs.
I'm Zach.
We're talking about Terminator still. This whole month was arranged and dictated by Joseph Dubs. Dubs Drew. I couldn't figure out how to make Dubs longer. But we skipped Terminator 2 Judgment Day because we've already watched it on the show. So we're going to include it at the end of the month in our ranking. But that's why, if you're listening along at home, we went from 1 to 3, Rise of the Machines. Dubs, how would you intro Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines?
I'm going to say this right off the bat. Rose-tinted glasses for me. But I'm still going to defend it in some way as far as like the...
No, you said you're going to defend it. You're going to balls to the wall. This is your favorite movie.
No. Fuck that. It's not my
Suburban Commando 2.
Yeah, this is kind of like it had like the same feeling of a Suburban Commando for me, comedy wise. But I don't know. This movie has an identity problem because I'm gonna get the stuff out of the way that I thought was negative before I kind of like defend stuff here. It was trying to mix like 2 with 1, like 1 with the nightmare idea of Judgment Day, and then obviously the rise of machines killing people. And then the cop getting punched through the fucking chest while driving the car. Like it has to have like that darkness to it. But then they try to do too much comedy, like the whole talk to the hand. Stop yelling.
Why is he so obsessed with sunglasses?
Maybe he thinks he's still in the war and he needs to hide his glowing eyes. Maybe he's a robot and he just doesn't realize he has eyeballs that will hide it.
All right.
For how serious the tone of this movie is, there are some really weird, like almost campy, like comedy bits.
Yeah,
it is a little weird, but I don't know. I laughed at most of them.
There's also weird editing too. Like there was like an explosion, and then you could hear like that stock cat sound in the explosion.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, "What? Why?"
Yeah,
it was during the car chase.
I thought Sable was coming out.
Also, I like that they were like, "We're gonna have car chases in this movie, but we're gonna let them drive anything but cars."
They drove a little. Wait a minute. Hearse is a car, I guess.
No, it's different. Everything's different. It's got to be like an ambulance or a crane or a hearse or and that's fine. Like it's 2003. We've seen every car chase. Car chases have been going on for a few decades at this point. Whatever, but I don't know. It's interesting to me that I'm not saying it's a mark against it. It's just that was weird.
Go ahead, Debs.
John Connor's actor is so short it annoys the fuck out of me because like the facial thing, I'm like, hey, that kind of looks like Kyle Reese a little bit.
Why didn't they just get Edward Furlong again?
Because he was sucking dick for crack.
Oh, okay, that's totally fair.
Yeah, he was fat.
He was like totally like way out of shape in terms of like being able to be in a movie like that again.
The future wasn't ready for that.
No, but like this guy, like I don't know, like if you think about John Connor, he was like a little shrimpy guy anyway in Terminator 2,
Yeah, the actor for John Connor doesn't bother me too much. It seems fine.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who that guy was though. Honestly, it's like remember earlier I was saying in the chat, I was like, I think I Mandela affected Justin Long being in this movie, and I thought it was him for some reason.
Yeah, that's gotta be the Die Hard thing.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, I saw that guy, and I'm like, I don't fucking remember him in anything else but this movie.
And neither does IMDb. I checked.
Yeah.
I was about to go look. I was like, he does not look familiar at all.
Nick Stahl.
Yeah, did not recognize him. And looking now at the IMDb, I still don't. So, this movie is interesting. So you mentioned something about like them trying to combine the two, and I think in terms of elements of genre, sure they did, but I also feel like this movie tried to take on a very specific, not cautionary tale, so to speak, but their point was different in this one. Like the other two movies were about fate being changed or maintaining. You have this movie was much about like things being inevitable, and on its own, like if you just slice this, it had no bearing for what the past movies were like or anything else. Like it's not inherently terrible, but it falls apart whenever you look at the fact that they are contradicting very specific things they put in place in the previous movies.
Yeah.
Anytime you fuck with time travel, you have to stay consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where this kind of like it gets a little weird. But if you can put that aside, I mean, yeah, honestly, I didn't think the movie was that bad. Maybe I just thought the bar was going to be really low. But...
Well, that's my argument. Is like a lot of people when this movie came out, they're like, "Oh my god, this is so terrible," and I'm like, I had a good time because I want to see what Judgment Day looked like. And you got, even though it was hokey how they got there, like, Judgment Day was inevitable. You know, it was delayed. Yeah, I kind of get people being like, this bullshit, this time travel stuff is kind of annoying. But like seeing Skynet be self-aware, now I will say it's cheesy when you see like that little flying thing come out while the general is there. I'm like, oh, look at that. That's where they got the flying HKs.
You jumped in a little too soon. See, I'm not saying this is a good movie. It's a bad movie, but but I was expecting it to be like what fucking Man's Hands of Fate or something. It wasn't that bad, but there are definitely huge plot holes with this movie. And then and some of the pacing of the movie is a little weird, I think.
I'm on the same wavelength as you. I don't think this is a good movie. When this movie came out, everybody thought this was like James, like they shot James Cameron's dog. And that's another negative too, is like James Cameron is not on this film and it shows. Because it's like they were trying to replicate what he did in T2 and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel a lot more Terminator 2 in it than 1, like by a lot. It really just seems like Terminator 2, but they're trying to add that 2000s edginess to it, and it's not really gelling.
Yeah, and I think I do agree with you about Cameron's. Like, I think that it's more that elements of the other movie make it shine, despite if you just strictly look at the story and plot, it being flawed. Mm-hmm. And that's the camera works great. What they choose in terms of music, how they kind of transition to scenes, like there's some just amazing shots in the first two movies. And this movie, like, I don't know, I didn't find anything that like blew my mind when I saw it. I mean, again, the CGI is from early 2000s, whatever. But the car chase scene's fine, but like everything is fine.
That's all it's got going for it. The car chase is cool. Some of the shootouts are cool. That's it. That's all.
But I think that's the problem is like you don't have something to take my mind completely off the fact that the plot is just a hot mess and everything else is like okay. So I think that's where the movie falls short as opposed to the other two where you can. At least in my opinion, you can more easily overlook some of the plot holes because everything else is like strong.
All right, so we all agree that they changed the rules from the first two movies, and at the end, John Connor says that the single dumbest thing in this entire franchise, as far as I'm aware, which is maybe the future is written. I don't know. That's literally the closing narration. But aside from that, this movie in a vacuum, if it was just a sci-fi movie about a cyborg from the future and then a sexy cyborg from the future, is it a good movie?
No, it's average.
It's average. I can't say this is a bad movie. Like if you're gonna critically look at it, I guess you would say it's a bad movie. But like, as an average person, nobody's gonna be like, well, look at this. The chase scene was this and that. It was a fun movie to sit through.
I got bored.
You got bored?
I got bored. I got bored in a few moments. There were a couple of spots where they're just dragging on talking about certain points, and that's what I meant by the pacing issues. Like when there's action and a lot of stuff happening, it's good, but there's a lot of stuff. It's just like this, like melodramatic. Oh, I'm gonna marry you.
It seems really like sophomoric fan fiction-y writing. It's just too much of them talking to each other about like Terminator references.
Yeah.
Like the characterization in this movie is not good, honestly.
It's like the 2000s equivalent of, like in some older films, even like the films that people would like, hold up in high regard, how they're just like in a room sitting and talking for long periods of time and nothing's happening.
Yeah, Terminator thinks it gets away with reverse shot because they're in a car. You don't.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I watched Terminator 2 last night before I watched this movie, just because I was wanting to refresh.
Oh boy, that was a mistake.
No, it was not a mistake. But no, anyway, like one thing that struck me was like because at first when I started watching 3, I'm like, man, they really did not spend much time setting this up at all. It just immediately like action shit starts happening almost. And there's like more of they build it slower in 2, and then it kind of sustains some action for a while, and then it takes a little break, and then it gets back to it.
Yeah, and they do the same thing again where they can't wait to show you which robot's the bad guy, which is the good guy and stuff. And I realize everyone has seen 2 at this point, but like she didn't have to like murder people immediately. Like you could have had a little mystery.
Yeah,
because that thing I complained about a little bit in the first one, where I was like, oh, they didn't really try to throw you off any. In the second one, they kind of did that for a little bit.
That's what I'm always thinking about, like, because it's so satisfying and cool. And that, like, one of them is literally dressed as a police officer, and the other one was literally the bad guy in the last movie. Like, that's perfect.
Dude, not to mention it's one of the most badass scenes anyway, where he pulls the box of roses and with the shotgun. Like, that's just super cool anyway. But like,
also, it's also little things too. Like the guy, like the T-1000 interacts with people more convincingly. Better. He sounds more like a natural human.
Yeah.
But anyways, like it's like in this, it's like they try to do those little scenes where it's supposed to give you like characterization to make you care about everybody and shit, and it's like it just doesn't. The writing isn't good enough.
Yeah. Speaking of characterization and caring about people, there's a character assassination of John Connor at the beginning of this movie that like he's riding his motorcycle real fast and he wrecks when he sees that deer and whatever.
Yeah,
I get it. And then he breaks into a vet to steal medicine, and it's like, oh, okay, he needs like an antibiotic, he needs like something topical. No, he just steals barbiturates. God damn it.
Holy barbiturates.
Like right away. Like, what? Like, they don't even really say that in the movie. Like, I just know the name of the drug because I work at a pharmacy. I was like, stealing drugs to get high? What's his problem?
Yeah, which is the whole reason she's like, oh, you're trying to get high. Oh, look, you took the medicine to chemically castrate dogs.
When I saw this movie before, I just assumed he was like stealing antibiotics or something. No, he's not. He's stealing phenobarbital.
Yeah, he's just taking painkillers. Yeah, he's taking something to dull the pain and it's whatever. So one of the things this movie does, and I think this is part of the flaw of the characterization, is they rely heavily on this. Oh, there's a lot of convenience in how we've met each other before, and it's just this like vague melodramatic thing, and it seems really dumb until they get to the point of, oh, it was this way because you were fated. He was fated to be with that person, and so on, and like. Again, slice of time. You don't know what else has happened in previous movies or whatever. It's kind of a neat concept because this is them establishing what the ground rules are for time travel.
I'll let them have that. It's contrived, but the theme of this movie is fate.
Yeah, it is.
They backpedal. There's no future but what we make for ourselves, and now there is fate. So as long as you're going to do that, at least they lean into it. At least fate is in this movie in more than one capacity.
Right.
So the writers get a gold star for that.
Yeah. The problem is it undoes the entire series for what it stood for previously.
Again, in a vacuum.
Yeah. Right.
We've already agreed. As far as being a Terminator in the movie, this movie sucks dicks.
Yeah. But it's own thing.
I don't know if Dubs had anything to say about that.
That's a good way to look at it.
I said it was average. I said, I mean, it's a bad Terminator movie, but we only go downhill from here. Like,
it doesn't matter. Like just because it's a shinier turd doesn't mean it's not a turd.
Yeah,
true.
I also thought the ending was once you get that part of it, the ending felt very predictable.
It also felt really fucking flat. I don't know why. It's like that's how it ends.
Yeah,
it's like fuck.
Well, what I meant when I said like it tries to mix like 1 and 2, like it kind of like mirrors Sarah Connor in that little factory plant with the hydraulic squisher thing.
Mm.
And when John Connor was trying to go under that door while the Terminator's holding the thing, it kind of had that same resemblance of the thing squashing the Terminator down. And what they're putting like nuclear reactors or whatever the fuck is inside the cells and stuff, and they blow
it
up.
seems like a little plot convenience.
Yeah.
They never really explained what the power cell was. They just said the power cell. I last 130 years with it, or something. That's he says some throwaway line about that in the second.
About how it gets unstable. Well, it's like the other thing is, and I don't know. I feel like we've learned something from the last one. Maybe it's because they could liquefy, and that would have made it so that the TX could have lived. But my immediate thought was, okay, just grab that endoskeleton, pull it into the door, and just let that giant door close on it. Like, would that not just kill it?
Mm.
But I guess they had to do the fuel cell thing because they did the whole foreshadowing at the beginning of the movie.
Well, then they get that cool shot where it's got the bomb in its mouth and it looks scared.
Yeah, it's like, oh no.
Why? Why does it look scared? It's a machine.
Well, I don't know. The machine's weird because it does things like, it admires itself in a mirror, or it's like, I like her.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
You guys
There's
got
a bunch
from over there?
No, I've had bad internet all day today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but
Skynet caught Zach.
Yeah, but no, like there's a bunch of little nitpicky things you can pick at with this too. It's like when he tells him, the Terminator tells John. When the Terminator's trying to tell John Connor, "I killed you," he's like, "Okay." It's like, hang on a minute. Like, how come they made a more advanced Terminator and then they still made like the Terminators that aren't as good as it? Why didn't they just kill him with the T-1000?
He was chosen because of his familiarity with him from his childhood or whatever.
Did they say that?
Yeah, he says it.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed. I must have like looked away or something. Missed.
They mentioned that, but they should still be able to use other technology. Like they could easily still use a more advanced, like a T-1000, and then get it. But whatever, we don't know the extent of all that.
And plus, they like make up rules along the way where they go like, "Oh, you can't send this type of material through the time machine or something like that," and then they're like, "Oh, we got to send this." I'm just making shit up right now, but like, we got to send this like old fucking model or whatever. Like, they always have a convenience writing thing in there where it's possible the old model is there, which is annoying because. But then again, that's time travel pickiness because, like, now that you have the knowledge, you can be like, I'm just going to fucking send a nuke through this fucking time machine. Boom, and you're all fucking dead. You know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I didn't like the whole he has a wife thing because that's another convenient writing thing, which Salvation has to, like, carry the torch in that because you see John Connor's like wife there because she's with him in the bunker, which I think is I don't know. I didn't like the ending to this, but I still popped for it a little bit because again, I wanted to see Judgment Day.
I don't care about Judgment Day, but I do like the scene where they're in the bunker and then he answers the radio and decides to turn the bomb off.
Mm.
That's cool. The way it was executed was a little flat, I think is what Zach said. That's probably the best way to put it. But I do like that idea. That's a cool premise.
Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, "Who's in charge?" And he like hesitates and like he does the nod. He does the nod to the camera because he's the future of the resistance. It's
time to start being in charge. This is what he's been prepared for.
He's got to make babies in that bunker.
Yeah, just doing what the rest of us do, just pretending we know what we're doing until we're apparently experts at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit. Fuck. What was I gonna say? The fucking female Terminator. She's Mrs. Gadget, dude. Like her hand does everything. Did you notice that? Like she like had a saw. She had a fucking Samus blaster that she used.
Yeah, and a flamethrower.
And a flamethrower that she tried to melt people in that big ass magnet area, which I thought that was cool to see, like the magnet pulling the Terminator
particle accelerator or whatever.
And she like her eye is like just trained on Catherine and John, Like, I gotta kill you guys. But then I was like, why did you just use your flame right there? You have your blaster just pointing at them. And I fucking laughed out loud. He's like, die, you fucking bitch. And I was like, I cracked up.
That felt a little unnecessary.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
She was real upset. That bitch killed her daddy.
And her fiance that she had doubts about.
Yeah, why'd they have to write those doubts in there? Is it so we don't feel so bad or something? Like, why?
I guess.
Just let him be in love. He's gonna die. Who cares? That's something else this movie does, is it just kills characters left and right because it's like, hey, they're all gonna be dead at the end anyway.
Yeah.
That's what Sarah Connor kept saying. Remember, you're all already dead anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's like once you get to that point, it's like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess you were gonna throw them all away at the end regardless.
I gotta say that the scene though where she kills both those cops in the car was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
She puts the hand through the stomach and he's like, oh, literally looking down, and he's just reaching through and like steering the car.
Yeah. I enjoyed the little bit where Dr. Silverman came back and is trying to calm her down, and then he sees Arnold and is like, oh fuck, I gotta get out of here.
Just go straight the other way.
Run straight for the fucking hills. It was really funny.
That dude needs a psychiatrist. Because think about it. He saw a police station get shot up. He saw the insane asylum where the liquid Terminator and Arnold fighting and shit. And then now he's at a cemetery seeing the same Terminator back shooting cops with a fucking 50 cal.
Now he's probably dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably dead.
Because I don't think he's in Dark Fate. I don't remember.
Is his character in Genesis?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to then.
Yeah.
Is it the same guy or do they recast him?
I gotta figure this out.
He's kind of old there. Like, in Terminator 3, he's starting to get old.
Yeah, Dr. Silverman's got to be fucking dead.
Yeah.
I don't think it's him.
Yeah, it's not.
That's fine. As long as it didn't have to be the same.
He's the voice of LeChuck in the Monkey Island remakes on Xbox. That's cool.
What the hell? That's crazy.
Awesome. He's the voice of LeChuck in all the Monkey Island games they made in the 2000s. Oh, that's cool.
We learned something new.
Wow, how did I not? Man.
He's also, he's in a lot of video games. He's in World of Warcraft, EverQuest 2, Psychonauts. He's the voice of Gurlukovich in Metal Gear Solid 2.
Really?
Well, in the digital graphic novel, he is.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm getting us off on a thing. That's weird.
But yeah.
Everything looks stupid in this movie except the stuff they designed in the other movies. I didn't know how to fit that in, so I'm just gonna say it. The TX looks stupid when she doesn't have the goo on her, and the Terminator 1 models, they look hideous. I hate them. That's it. I just had to say that. I hate them. But the original Terminators look bad as hell, and the little flying thing is just based on the ship in the future from 1. So it looks cool.
The HKs.
Yeah, Hunter Killer Drones. That's right.
Yeah.
And I guess that thing, that giant robot was like a precursor to the big ones on the tank treads and shit.
Yeah.
The ones that look like fucking Lost in Space, that robot.
Yeah, kind of uglier. Yeah, I hate them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they could have designed those cooler.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just really wanted to design something practical, which that's cool. That's a cool thing to do instead of doing CG, but come on, you do better than that.
The visually it just doesn't match with like other stuff we've seen in Terminator already.
Yeah,
it looks too much like Apple shit. Like that looks like what Apple would make, a giant killer robot. Especially at that time.
The stripper scene was kind of funny too. He's like, "Hey, you got to go in the back," because he's like fully fucking nude, and then like it's ladies' night, and all of them are fucking excited.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like I get it. It's kind of funny.
Mm.
What else were they gonna do with that scene after the first 2 movies, where it's also like a little bit of levity mixed with menacing? But
yeah,
I forgot that he called him a bitch. I forgot that whole sequence where he's like, "Get off the stage, bitch." just like talk to the hand, and he grabs his hand and it's like, give me your clothes.
the one part I do like is he's like, take off your clothes, and he says, "Oh, you're gonna have to wait, or like in time, honey," or something like that.
Yeah,
now that's funny. I did like that.
Some of the comedy is actually funny.
Some of it's fine. It really does feel like a serviceable sci-fi plot that got punched up by a different writer who knows comedy and levity. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, I know you mentioned it before, and it was like, oh, maybe you groaned at it, but like the gas station bit made me laugh. I don't know why, it's dumb, but he just, it's the callback because you knew it was eventually going to happen. Yeah, talk to the hand.
Yeah,
it's really dumb.
I think just the imbalance of the comedy with the seriousness, because they tried to like show that Skynet was infecting the world. Like when they were at the gas station, the clerk is like, "Goddamn thing's not working. It's been like this all day."
Yeah, they can't take credit cards.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, that's Skynet taking over. Like there was a lot of like nods to the fourth wall, being like, "Remember this? Hey, this is what's happening." A lot of exposition that was going on.
It is. It's a more clever way, because the other movies were always like Skynet was in this computer in this building, and then it took over everything. But in this one, he says like it was a virus. It was everywhere. It was in dorm rooms. It was in compute. It was all over the place. And that's more menacing in its way.
Well, it's just the software that exists. Like all they had to do was turn the switch on, and it already existed. It was already just like making all the moves to force them to give it access to what it needed to.
Yeah, it's sentient. It figured a way out of its prison. Like that's scarier to me than just they had a computer somewhere.
Andy, you were talking about John Connor said his stupid line at the end. I got really mad on how Skynet was fucking turned on, where like the Catherine Brewster's dad gets a phone call from the general. It's like, what's happening to my military? I don't know. We need to turn on Skynet. But you won't be in charge, Colonel, or with a general or whatever. And he's like, but you will look at Skynet while this is happening, right? And then he's like, yes. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I know we know that Skynet's going to take over, but this is the government. I could truly see this happening in real life again. You know what? I changed my mind. I think that kind of makes sense a little bit. Where you like some idiot be like, I need my nukes. What the hell is going on here? And it's like, but the AI isn't finished and we can't control it. But you can control it, right? I guess, since you asked.
If you want me to.
Yeah.
Just turn on Claude, let him get control. Just go ahead.
Yeah. And then literally, like, within seconds, like, Lost in Space robot comes in, mows down people. Then you have the whole, Catherine Bruder, hey, Dad, gets shot. Dad looks traumatized, and then you see Catherine the other way.
As soon as the AI got the keys, they literally started taking the jobs. He went right in there and mowed them all fucking down. No, this is my fucking office building now. Get out of here.
And there was one time I said bullshit, where like they're when Ned's bleeding and stuff, and the HK comes and just launches a fucking missile through the window. I was like, they're all dead. They should all be dead. Skynet wins. Game over.
Equip those with missiles? They're just like sitting in there? That's
yeah, it's crazy.
Whatever. It's getting into like nitpicky shit.
Oh, remember when I said, the Terminator? Oh, I'll wait for Zach until he comes back. There we go. Remember when I said the Terminator 2, like, why did they need like a phone book? They kind of answer this one where she does that stupid like 56K modem noise and gets like all the information of the lieutenants.
She connected to the internet through the phone.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess that's what happened. Like I was like, wait, what the fuck? It took me a second. I was like, okay.
It's a dial-up modem. That's exactly what it is.
Mm. I think that's they do more silly shit in like Salvation. Actually, not silly. It's actually kind of neat, but like the Dark Fate one is kind of stupid on how they changed the timelines and stuff.
I'm looking forward going forward from here, because 3 is Like, it's not the worst movie we've ever watched. It's just I've seen it more than once. My dad really likes this movie, and that's not a slight against him. Like, whatever, it's fine. Dubs likes this movie too. And I sometimes respect his opinion. So, but now, again, it might be rose-tinted glasses because I saw it in theaters and I remember being pretty hype on it. But I think the next movie is better, and I'm hoping that trend continues. But I don't think it will because I've only seen 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's it. That's all I've ever seen.
I saw it in theaters when it was new, and I don't remember anything about it anymore. Like I just
Marie, hold it.
Yeah.
we got what you were saying, and I'm the same with you. Now it took out Andy.
Damn. Skynet's just fucking us all.
Yeah.
It's taking out everybody fucking today. Jesus
Not
Christ.
me.
Restream.
Won't get me. Not this time.
You just fucked it up. Now they're going to get you.
No.
Can't
take me.
I don't know. Pick this shit. The only thing I remember about Salvation is that I was like, why is there too much light in this movie? It's like everything you've seen in the other Terminator movies, it was like dark and gloomy and shit.
That's for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not worry about that now. But I guess we're there. So, question is, do we recommend this movie?
Nah.
I still recommend it.
In general, no. If someone is like just set on, I want to watch all the Terminator movies, sure. Like, well, I'm not gonna stop you then.
They don't need your recommendation then. They're just gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. So just generally, no, I wouldn't recommend it. But it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Zach, what about you?
I can't really recommend it, I think. Especially because it's like, if you watch the first two movies, and you're like, oh boy, I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm like, it's just, God damn, though, you're in such a hard spot, though, after Terminator 2. Like, they literally made one of the best movies ever made. It's like, how do you follow that shit up?
It still holds up as one of the best movie sequels ever made, right?
They do such a bad job of... They just cast a bunch of nobodies. Or not cast, but, like, the people working on this movie are a bunch of nobodies. Like, for one, they had, like, an extremely great practical effects guy. And for this one, it's, whatever. And the CGA is kind of like, it's fine. And the director is who? And the soundtrack is barely serviceable. And like it all seems half-assed. You can't half-ass a follow-up to Terminator 2. I know there's like a self-defeatist, oh, how are we going to follow up one of the greatest movie sequels of all time? You could try.
You can try. It's just, I think what they were really banking on was Cameron was going to do it again. And it was just like, and he was. It's just like, when he finished Titanic, I guess he figured, like, I don't want to do it now. Yeah, he's just like, now I don't want to do it. Before, he was all gung-ho about it and everything.
I like my blue men. I want to do blue
people. He had to start drafting the blue men.
Mm-hmm. The blue bullshit.
Yeah. But what is the next movie? We already talked about it, but...
Terminator... It's just called Terminator Salvation. They dropped the numbers.
Yeah,
Terminator, are you a fucking professional?
Yeah, I think the numbers go away after this, right? All the other movies are just named something.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know which one comes after this to this day.
Don't worry, I got it. It's Salvation, Genesis, Dark Faith.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm.
Yep. I looked it up.
But remember, Genesis is a tombstone pick, so you don't really...
I'm going to try to watch it.
I mean, if we're going to count... I feel like we really...
Yeah, I've never seen
it. Need to try to watch it if we're going to count 2 in the ranking too.
If we're going to do all this other shit, we might as well go all in.
Yeah. All right.
All in.
All in.
We got time.
I guess we're going to have a tiny silent stinger?
Tiny.
Well, yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh. Who is it?
Sting.
It's Sting.
It was the same size as they always are. Why'd you call it tiny?
Well, the post credit scene is going to be tiny.
Oh, you said the silent stinger was going to be tiny. What the hell?
I'm a liar. What can I say?
But this is the post credit scene. This is where we're going to talk about what we've been playing and watching and doing. And I think we were all lamenting that we don't have a lot to talk about this time, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. I'm still reading Akira Nothing else to report on that. I'm still playing the Gundam card game. Nothing much to report on that. Still watching Sopranos. Nothing much to report on that. I started season 6. Season 6 starts insane.
What happens again? Refresh my memory.
I mean, I don't want to like spoil it. A major character gets shot and is in a coma at the beginning of season 6.
Okay, yep.
And I was like, I'll watch one episode while I eat my dinner, and then I'll get ready for the show. And that happened. I could not stop. I watched 3 episodes. I just could not stop. I basically had to stop right before we recorded because I was like, what the fuck's gonna happen?
This main character is walking in like a town and stuff, and he's like dreaming stuff, shit, right?
Yeah, that's really weird. I didn't know what that was about. Like he's experiencing, he has the wrong identity, and he's really worried about Alzheimer's. And then he goes to that place where Steve Buscemi is, and he's like, they're all waiting for you. And it gets real scary because it seems like he's probably going to the other side. Oh, it's cool. What a cool written sequence. But yeah, I was really stressed out. I was like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
And then other than that, I played Dungeons and Dragons. That was cool. I mean, it's worth mentioning because I don't have a whole lot else to say. I took my dog to the vet. There you go. That's been everything I've done since we last recorded. Chaz, how about you go?
Yeah, I've played some Pokemon. Not too much since we last talked, but just practicing for nationals. And I have watched. I'm nearly done with season 5 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I just watched some important episodes that I think are worth mentioning. I watched the episode where they capture the leader of the Maquis. Holy fuck. Cisco went dark, man. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. That's one of the ones I always point to about why he's such an interesting commander.
Yeah, it's so cool the concept he comes up with. It's like, you want the villain? I'll give you the villain.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a really neat thing. And then I watched the 2-parter that involved the Dominion taking their attack and then who they align with, and now that shift has happened. And I think the last episode I watched was the one where what's his name, the legate that Kira was close to is dying.
Oh yeah, forgot about that guy.
Yeah, it was the last episode I just watched. But like, yeah, Goldencott's it's just like they've went so far with his character, like back and
What's
forth.
he doing in season 5? Is he renegade?
Not yet. He is the leader of the new Cardassian government, and they have now aligned themselves with the Dominion.
That's it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he just went off the deep end again in a way. Like he was like friends with everyone and like mutual, and then all of a sudden it's like, yep, I'm disowning my daughter, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to take over the station, and blah blah blah, and it's a whole messy thing. And he tries to keep acting like kind of amicable with everyone and talking. Everyone's like, "Go fuck yourself, man."
You're exactly right. No, his character roller coaster is still very much underway.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, given the episode we watched, those episodes that you chose that led me to go ahead and start this series, like I'm seeing where he was then, and then I'm like, oh man,
it makes that episode even better. You'll have to rewatch it and kind of revel in it, I guess.
I watched the Dr. Bashir episode again. Man, what an unlikable episode.
Which one?
The one where you find out he's genetically engineered.
Yeah, what a character assassination. I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of that because he is so flawed as a person, like in a good way. Like he's a human, right? Like he has his own quirks and downfalls, and they kind of just like try to undo all that in some way. And it's like, why? Just leave it. Like, man, it's really fucked. Yeah. It's like the whole time. Like,
I'm so glad to have someone who understands. Like when we watched that episode, like in a bubble 2 years ago, I was like, I don't like this episode. I didn't know how to explain it adequately.
No, I get it now because it's for me at least. It's definitely a matter of they just erase so much of what his character progression is by making that episode, and then they also undermine anything further because at that point it's like, well, what else was he pretending? Like,
yeah, the stinger on that episode is they're playing darts, and he's like, oh, so you've been faking darts the whole time, and then he like hits 3 bullseyes. He says, you're playing from back here from now on. It's supposed to be a lol funny moment, but it's not. I feel like it invalidates all the interesting moments when they've been playing darts for like several seasons.
Well, they've been doing all these different things. They've been playing effectively like racquetball or more or less.
Yeah, they've been playing games of sport and stuff, and I don't know, it's just annoying.
Yeah, it really screws stuff up. It does answer a little bit about there is one part of it that makes more sense. Is at one point there's a whole episode about how he intentionally sabotaged himself to not be top of his class, and all this stuff, and it was like a confidence problem or whatever. And like it does give you a little bit of insight of maybe he sabotaged himself because he felt like he didn't deserve it because he's genetically engineered. It's cheating, but then like and that undermines the fact that he has this drive to still like be the best. And I don't know, it is a smudge on what otherwise has been such a great run of episodes.
It's like they ran out of ideas and they just wanted to put something in there with him. Like, this is his moment. It's like, nah, I didn't really. I still kind of like it a little bit, but it's just like with the context, it's just like, nah, bro.
You know what would completely fix it and make that episode so fucking cool is if the whole thing plays out the way it did, and then it turned out his family at the last minute decided not to actually give him that, and they lied to him to make him think they pulled the fucking Michael's secret special drink in Space Jam, and he actually thought he was genetically engineered to be smarter and faster. But in reality, it just gave him the confidence he needed to be like who he could be. Like, would that have not been so much fucking better? And then that was what was revealed, and it turns out he's actually okay. Then
you wouldn't get the episodes where he gets to work with the autistic people.
Okay, well,
I don't even know what that means.
I wouldn't miss them. Those episodes suck too. Well, they don't suck. They're fine, but
I haven't gotten that far yet. Okay,
there's at least 2 of them. They're okay. They're interesting.
Okay, well, anyway, still
you'll know immediately. As soon as they introduce those characters, you'll be like, "These are the characters of which Andy spoke." I'm sure of it.
Yeah, and actually, now that we're talking about it, something else, because again, there's not a whole lot that we all did in the last little bit of time since our last episode. Something I didn't mention in the last episode is I have since watched the turn of Commander Eddington, and then of course I watched the episode where he got captured, but I didn't go over the fact that you find out he fucked everyone over. Yeah. And it really messed with me because we've watched these later episodes and he looked familiar, and I couldn't figure out why he looked familiar, and I was like, I think he's a bad guy, but I don't know why. And then throughout the entire series, anytime he shows up, he kind of gives off a vibe like he's kind of a dick in some ways, and it makes you think he's going to make a turn, and then it's someone else. Like 2 distinct episodes early on make you think that he's going to turn on everyone, and then it's not him and it's someone else. And I thought, okay, I guess it's not that. And then the episode happens where it turns out he's the leader of the Maquis, and he's been fucking them over for like 2 years. And I'm like, what? Sorry, spoilers.
I love the writing of that show.
No, it's so fucking good. I was like, wait, what? He is bad. And then like you spend like basically a season where anytime they go back to Maquis related stuff, he's the one over it, and he's always a step ahead of them because he's been planting all these different seeds to like stop them. Like he's planned this out for years. And no, it's very well written. It was really cool. I'm curious if, I mean, at the point that I'm at, he's captured, and whatever. I was curious if he actually escapes or something happens there, but
I think something else. He comes back. Something else happens, but I don't think it's something like, oh, he escapes. I don't think. I'm trying to remember.
Okay. I mean, of course, I'm excited to watch it. The 2-parter too, where was it? Worf, Garrick, and Bashir are captured. It turns out Bashir's actually been imprisoned by the Dominion for like a month or so. And
that's one of my favorites. That is a cool ass twist.
Yeah. It turns out Bashir's actually been a changeling for like over a month. The only thing I don't like about it is they give that whole thing where Odo has figured out how he can like sense changelings now because of that vision he had whenever they took away his power. He can sense changelings.
Oh yeah.
But then he becomes humanoid. Then the whole thing happens where he becomes a changeling again.
Right.
he should still be able to sense that, but he is fucking clueless about Bashir. Everyone is, even though Bashir's acting just like a bit different.
Well, you gotta remember, he's like the worst changeling because he hasn't had interaction with them, so they're all gonna be better than him in some way. So maybe this was like a super spy changeling, and he can conceal himself better or something. I don't know.
Which is ironically funny because the character he chose to be is the one that likes to pretend to be a super spy in the holosuite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he learned to suppress his chi.
My favorite part of all that though, like that twist is really cool, but in that, Worf is going fucking UFC badass in the fucking fight ring. He's just like beating all of the fucking what are they called? What are the people that are addicted to the
Jem'Hadar? The
Jem'Hadar, thank you. He's beating up all the Jem'Hadar soldiers, just fucking snapping their necks and roaring and shit.
Oh yeah, that's some good shit.
Dude, it is. He just keeps he literally just takes them all down until finally the leader beats him. But he's at this point he's banged up because he's killed 10 of them.
Yeah, it's the Star Trek POW camp episode, and it's so cool.
It is a really good episode. I enjoyed that 2-parter a lot. But okay, I'll stop glazing over DS9. It's great. You guys should watch it. I'll have more to say later.
Cheers, DS9 Glacier.
Well, you got to choose one of them now.
Oh, that's true. Oh, before I do go, I am going to Disney, so I did spend some time packing and getting ready for that. So we're going on vacation tomorrow. Zach, tell us what you're doing before your internet kills you again.
I haven't really done much anything since last. I watched a Resident Evil 4 remake video because there's this guy on the internet who does nothing but shit on the Resident Evil 4 remake. Apparently, he's well known in the community.
Did you watch Avalanche reviews? Did you watch Avalanche?
Oh yeah, I did. That's what I watched.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I almost got finished with it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good video because Avalanche reviews. He's not that type of YouTuber where he'll do a response video. But when he does, he masterfully takes the other guy out in a professional manner. He's not shitting on him, but he is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just he just showed this. All this guy did was just basically take clips of random streamers complaining about the game. Chaz talked that whole time about DS9, and then when it's my turn, my shit goes out.
Tell your ISP, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, he just took clips of people complaining about the game and used that to frame and back up his whole argument. See, it's actually not that good. That's how that works. It's not really. It's not how criticism works.
Yeah, but, that's dumb.
But a lot of it was silly. A lot of it was the dude was contradicting a lot of his own points and stuff anyway. So it's to me, it's most of his points aren't valid anyway. The most valid point the guy ever made was complaining about that yellow paint shit, and everybody did that. So it's okay, the one single point is the one thing nobody liked pretty much universally.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I watched some more wrestling bio shit. I forgot. I don't know if I mentioned this. He went to WrestleMania 42 and he had one of those crazy packages you would buy through TKO. They have that on location service or something.
Yeah. And
apparently it was bullshit and it was huge ripoff and everything.
Dude, TKO is killing the business, dude. It's truly if they don't buy WWE, I think it's going to go under.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I think they're just doing all this because they have a bunch of debt they're trying to pay off or something after the purchase, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine. AEW is going to save wrestling. Don't worry about it. I got to ask Dubs. This is a little insider baseball, but did you see the thing I sent earlier today?
Yeah,
about Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Dude, that is the best comment I have seen on the internet so far. So for context, Andy, Darby Allin, the AEW champion. I think he's still AEW champion. He's the super skinny, he's 100 pounds soaking wet. I'm not addicted to drugs or anything else. I'm straight edge. I just skateboarding and jumping off of shit and breaking bones. And he just punishes himself or whatever, but like his whole thing is like he can take crazy amounts of punishment. It doesn't hurt him. He got German suplex off the top rope, and I mean it looked straight up like a Street Fighter finishing move. Like it looked fucking insane. Like I was like, oh, his neck is broken, and the guy bridged him to pin, and he kicked out, and you know, of course, like they did a good job of selling it, but also he kicks out, and someone makes some comment about how, you know, if a move looks that crazy, like no one should kick out of it, and someone immediately below is like, Darby Allin would kick out of 9/11. I don't know why. That was so fucking funny to me about how ridiculous it was.
Yeah.
9/11 lore continues.
Yeah.
The only other thing I guess I really want to talk about is there's this website I followed for like kind of retro gaming news for a bit called Time Machine. I used to like to plug them a lot because they were pretty cool and like all the smaller things going on in retro gaming. But
they always talk about fan subs. That's why I like them.
Yeah, they would do that too. But it's like lately the guy, whoever runs the website or whatever, he's been running a lot of stories that get like, that seems like they're having more of a political bent to them than there used to be. Everybody will want to make that argument. Well, everything's political. And it's like, I guess. I mean, I don't necessarily completely buy into that idea, but he kind of participated in this like online lynching mob thing against Robin Miller, one of the guys at Cyan Worlds who made Myst, because they recently released like a vinyl of Riven's soundtrack, and he made a comment showing like, hey, this is the gatefold and everything for the Riven soundtrack, and said in one of the images I made, I used AI to create it, and this goddamn, what do you think happened after that?
Oh boy. Why aren't you paying artists to do this and all this stuff? Because I don't have fucking money. That's why.
Of all companies, Cyan, though, that's weird. Like, they've created a lot of fantastic art.
Here's the thing. Robin Miller is an artist, and he did all the art for the gatefold and everything. He did all of it. It's just he explained, I drew a sketch, and then I created some thumbnails, and then I had an idea, and then I decided to use AI with my idea. So it's like he used the AI on top of the work that he already did.
Yeah, he's using the AI as a tool, not something that creates it from scratch. And these motherfuckers need to stop. Like,
you know what makes me laugh so hard about anyone complaining about the AI content stuff? The same people that yell the loudest about that are the same motherfuckers that if they were in the situation, they would definitely use ChatGPT to do their homework.
Yeah,
that's like the best point I've ever heard anybody make.
Like it is just infuriating because anyone that wouldn't do that would honestly just write a 20-page essay now in this day and age wouldn't complain because they have other shit to be doing. Like that's really where we're at.
I'm just
it looks fine. I'm looking at the gatefold now. It looks cool. Whatever.
That's what's crazy about it, though, is like I'm not saying he set himself up or anything. I think he was just genuinely just explaining, look, this is what I did. I created all this. He was just being informative, I think.
I do understand. Like, I know you guys are very much on one side, it sounds like, but I understand why people would be upset at AI being used in something like this. It's kind of a shame because, you know, Cyan and Robin have made all this fantastic art, and I'd like them to make more. But at the same time, it's such an inoffensive use of it. Like, you don't have to get the pitchforks out every fucking time.
I watched a video. I watched a video where it was like a seminar of this like artist guy who he was like saying, you know, do I deserve this amount of money? And the guy said, well, how long have you been working on it? He's like, well, I worked on it for 2 hours. And he's like, well, I don't think the price is right for that. And he's like, well, wait a second. So if I take my time, you'll give me that money. But if I could be efficient and do it within those 2 hours, I don't deserve that money. And I think that's why people get bent out of shape. Yes, it's because it's technically you're having an AI help you in areas that you're not taking your time on. But it just feels like people are like, you need to spend time on that. You need to not find efficient ways, and you need to slave away for my art in order for it to be genuine.
We're gonna be here all night if
Yeah.
we do this right now. It's up to you guys. It's just I'd rather do it when Zach has a more reliable connection.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Bottom line, the whole thing of it, though, is just like I don't like how they set him up to get attacked, more or less.
Oh.
It's like you can make an argument he made himself an opening to get attacked and not realizing what he was doing. But they helped participate in it, and I don't like that. So that's kind of the bottom line there. I don't know if I'm going to keep going to that website anymore.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I like them.
Me too. It just sucks. It's like they've done other things too, like that Neo Geo project that came out. They're all getting pissed off because it's funded by some guy in Saudi Arabia or something.
I don't know. If anything,
Guy's got money. I mean, I don't know. Like it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for him.
Here's a simple solution for all those people that don't want to do a lynch mob, whether it's on one side or the other. Just sue the fuck out of them for defamation and all that shit, just so that they fucking lose their livelihood and they stop being idiots.
I think Robin's too old.
Not everyone has money to do that.
Yeah, not everybody does, but like Robin's so old.
Like, using the law to protect yourself is something for rich people.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know who this guy is, so I was assuming he was rich because
Fair enough.
Okay.
But yeah, quit being dicks online. The end.
The end. All right, I only have because I'm the only one left, I guess.
If it helps, I actually have one thing I forgot about, but you can go and then I'll come back to it.
No, you go first, and then
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Redux. Okay, cool. I watched this video. That was actually kind of neat. It's from Mass Replay, I think is the YouTube channel. But apparently he does videos on arcade games, and he does a whole thing where he goes back to see how much money it would take him to actually beat an arcade game. And, like, you know, he plays through it, and then... Yeah, it's actually a neat concept. That's why I want to bring it up. And the video I watched that he just put out was for Mortal Kombat 2. And what he's doing is he's got a series of them that I think he's done like 4 or 5 so far, where he's going through a little bit of the backstory of the game, talks about a little bit of the mechanics of the game, how fair or unfair it is, talks about his experience, how he plays through it, and then talks about, okay, this is how many credits it took me or how much money. This is the equivalent of what that would be today, you know. And I guess up to this point, like by far, Mortal Kombat 2 was the hardest one. I didn't realize this, but Mortal Kombat, I mean, I should know better because I've played the game a ton of times, but Mortal Kombat 2's AI,
oh my God.
It is like impossibly unfair. And you actually pick easy versus whatever. It actually it matters. You actually end up at the same difficulty by the end, no matter what. The only thing that's different is, it takes a little bit longer to scale to get to like the highest AI difficulty if you pick easy versus just the hardest one. But you still have to like when you get to Shao Kahn at the end, or I don't think it's that. I think it's like the fight before the 2 bosses, Kintaro and Shao Kahn. They're at the highest difficulty, so it doesn't matter if you did it on novice or whatever. And that's the same for the console stuff. Like it's crazy how bad it is. So yeah, he said like it is by far the most predatory of the games he's done so far. Like he spent like I think he's already spent like 3 times as much trying to beat that game as he did. And the only reason he even did it is when he got to the end, he figured out a certain exploit that worked with the character, and that was the only reason he was able to beat it. So. Anyway, thought it was a fun thing. The premise is kind of cool, so wanted to bring it up.
Nice. I subbed to his channel, so I'll check it out. I only have a couple things to talk about. So the New York Mets brought up the new prospect, and I have to admit, he's actually exciting to watch.
Talking about the Mets. Have a good night.
Yeah, fuck you. The Mets still suck, even though they swept the series. But now I have something to look forward to as far as seeing AJ Ewing play. Now, if he gets hurt, I'm just gonna fucking lose my shit because that means the medical staff sucks dick too. Because there's always been a fucking long road of injuries because something with Tommy John and people fucking hamstring fucking hurting and all that stuff. They aren't doing their stretches. They're too busy playing around in the clubhouse, fucking win games. So I'm excited about AJ Ewing. So I'll get that over with. No, I will not apologize to the GM. He still sucks dick. David Stearns, go fuck yourself. No more Stuttering John. He's gone for a little bit. Still missing until he needs to come back. Been following this quartering stuff a little bit. Andy, you were talking about Chrissy Mayer last week. Yeah. She did a stream to like apologize because of she was interviewing Melanie Mack, who used to work for the quartering, and people were in the chat were being like, hey, bring this chick named Brittany Venti on because she had questions about why you have this person on when quartering's flag and channels. Anyway, I was watching Who Are You were covering this, and man, it was cringe as fuck because when Brittany
I haven't listened to that one yet. I'm going to when I drive to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll just say she tries to like deflect the questions poorly. Like, for example, Brittany Venti asked a question like, who bullied you? Because in the beginning of the stream, Chrissy Mayer says, I was bullied to do this stream. So Brittany Venti was like, who bullied you to do this stream? And she's like, she kept on saying, I'm sorry you feel this way, Brittany, but I'm sorry that you're being attacked, when she's not being attacked at all. Chrissy Mayer's being attacked. So I just cringed to the max with that.
Yeah, it's only like the whole quartering thing is just so barely tangentially related to like Dabbleverse shit, but it's still kind of interesting. And I don't know, it's always been a roller coaster of support for Chrissy Mayer from people in the Dabbleverse. So it's funny to see the next chapter.
Yeah, because they were having that hotel thing that I don't know if is happening with her anymore.
Hotel.
Yeah, because now she's like the most hated person now. So it's gonna be interesting.
I'm sure something else will happen. Everyone will be distracted. I'm telling you, we got to do. This is my pitch. We're gonna do Big Trouble in the Dabbleverse. It's gonna be you and me. We're gonna do dumb shit like just play videos on Dabblers Anonymous, just like all the other lazy do nothing shows do. But our slant is gonna be. I want it to. I both of them would be fine. Chaz is always a busy boy. So we get at least Zach on, and we discuss the Dabbleverse as normal. But every time he goes, "Huh, what?" we have to explain to him until he understands. That's the gimmick.
Honestly, it would work because that's what we do anyway. I'm like, what? Who's this guy?
Exactly. I think that would be an interesting premise, and I don't think it would find an audience. But there's something about these weird, lazy, do nothing Dabbleverse shows that somehow, before you know it, they're on the other shows or something.
I have a great idea. Okay, so I want to add something to it. Let's have, every time we have an episode, you have that type of premise, but before you start explaining, you have to take a drink. We're making a drinking game. Every time you have to ask to have something explained again, you take a drink. We're just going to get you guys shit-faced, and eventually, that guy is an asshole.
That's too lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it'd be funny by the end.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it'll be a special live event or something where every time I'll take a gummy and just lose my mind.
It would be, and when Shuley did this, wait a minute, who's Shuley? It's okay. Well, Shuley he was on the Howard Stern show, blah blah blah, and now he runs TSN Network, and he does
Howard Stern. Who's that?
Wait, come on now.
Or we talk about who's Opie with Frank the waiter,
Ronnie
the waiter,
Ronnie boy.
Yeah.
He talks like this all the time.
Yeah.
What the
fuck? They just stream on their phones, and like for some reason, Ron the waiter, he's like this older Jewish comedian who is a waiter also, and then like for some reason he has to get in the camera and talk like this. Hey, how's it going? It's like, stop doing that.
And he always
transmitting from like fucking Apollo capsule or something.
And he always unintentionally pisses off Opie when he like has to bring up Anthony Cumia. He's like, why don't people like you anymore? Like Anthony Cumia, like he does shows. He does it really well. He got viewers.
Anthony's been messaging me, and he says I'm doing a really good job. Anthony was not messaging Ron the Waiter.
No. I think he's fucking with Opie. Ron?
You think? I don't know. I don't know if he's that sharp.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Did you see the special episode where they watched when Carl Luis and Opie very first met Ron the Waiter?
No, I didn't. I gotta see.
It's interesting. It's a short episode. It's less than an hour, and it's just Carl and Adam Bush going over that video. And like Ron's like really clever and funny. He says a bunch of funny jokes. I don't know. It's just weird. It's like what the fuck? What happened to him?
Yeah. Well, other than that, nothing really. Yeah, that's all I've done.
All right, cool. Well, if you like this, obviously this episode is slightly shorter than usual. So if you hunger for more, make sure you go subscribe to Getting Some Collar. If you like wrestling, that's Zach and Dubs are going to be talking about the Monday night bullshit. Probably.
Yeah. Come check out the Monday Night Bullshit.
Monday Night Bullshit. And then, of course, there's also Lost Nightmares. It's the horror gaming podcast. Last week, they talked about some of the upcoming stuff on that. And if you like competitive cards, you got to go check out Turbo Blaze GLC. That's Chaz and a bunch of other unrelated card shop dwelling ne'er-do-wells, I'm sure. And then, of course, if you just like more casual, you just like to look at cards getting opened. I have Big Trouble Rips, and I got in the mail today a Gundam card game beta box from China. And I'm going to open it when I hit 100 subscribers, which, by the way, I'm at 99. I just really want an excuse to open that thing. There's potentially some really expensive cards in there, but there's also potentially just fuck all. So we'll find out together if you come subscribe. And I guess also subscribe soon to Big Trouble in the Dabbleverse. That's Dubs and I. We're gonna get famous. We're gonna get on all the shows.
I can't wait to be invited by Shuli.
I can't wait to get the link. All right, but go watch Terminator Salvation and meet us back here next week. Don't forget to follow us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and YouTube, where you can see us. God, we're lovely. All right, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Yeah.
Big troubles in the house tonight.